What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zcash today, ZEC USD. It is the 27th day of November, and here we are sitting at about $503 right now. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there right now. Zcash is kind of at a critical moment right here. Now, I must admit, I'm not under the impression that we're going to break down, but let's just address the facts here, okay? I do think that we're going to move up, and I think if we look into short-term stuff, we're going to see that as well. But the facts are, we've been consolidating now really since the 7th of November. We've been consolidating, okay? In that time, we have seen the volume come down to basically non-existent levels, very low levels that we haven't seen since the end and the bottom of this last consolidation phase you had, right? We haven't seen this low level of volume since that time over there. When we made a move higher, when we broke out of this range, what happened? Volume came back. That validated the breakout. We continued to persist higher. People got bearish here, and all along the way, we were bullish. Every single day, literally for about a week or two, people were calling for the top on Zcash, and we were bullish all the way through, okay? It's the same kind of thought here. We're bullish right now. We're bullish all the way through until we get proven otherwise, right? If we do break out to the downside, and we do get that volume to come in, but to the downside, it's very important that you quickly apprehend what's going on here, that you understand that we are breaking out to the downside on a very massive move to the upside, right? So this retracement could be, I don't know, for lack of a better word, biblical. It could be extreme. It could take you below $300, below $200 even from here, right? The kind of correction that we could be dealing with. Certainly, I would expect that it takes us below at least $400, but probably below $300. If we were to correct, I don't believe we're going to break out to the downside. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying where we are here is it's kind of a critical moment. We're right at the point where we are about to break out and we're about to choose a side. I'm hoping that we break out to the upside. I want to look at the short-term stuff and see what goes on, okay? 1 hour time frame, looking at this now. Looking at the 1 hour here, you do have a bit of a flat base with descending highs. We don't like that structure. Typically, that's a bad structure, okay? 1 hour RSI, very neutral. Not bearish, but very neutral. You're in the low areas of the RSI. The RSI has been in a horizontal range. Every time you're down here, you're at a low point, and then you move up. So technically, just for what we've been seeing, I would call for a bounce here. I would call for us to continue to move up, which is good because, again, price moving up from here takes us away from the idea that we'll break out to the downside and puts on the pressure for the upside breakout there. I would think, let's just look at this on a 4 hour time frame, we would have a breakout to the upside. I mean, looking at this pattern, it's such a weird pattern. Is it a diamond top? Like, I don't know. Is that what it is? Is it a diamond top? Maybe. It could be a diamond top. The only thing making me think it's a diamond top is this weird little V in the middle here. It's ugly, so it probably is a diamond top. Anyways, I would think a breakout would probably correlate. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Whoa. Okay, it would probably directly correlate with the break of this downward sloping trend line here. Something like that. So getting above 545, getting above 550, that probably validates that we are breaking out to the upside. Whereas getting below 480 would probably validate that we're breaking out to the downside. Okay, we have a little room to play with there. But again, it's such a sloppy pattern. Don't take these breakout points for the end-all, be-all. Maybe we can go a little bit lower or a little bit higher than I'm thinking and still be in this pattern. Who knows? Maybe it's just more simple. Maybe it's a horizontal pattern, and we're at the base of it. I don't know. Anyways, 1 hour time frame coming back down to here. RSI makes me bullish. It's neutral, but I'm bullish here. Stochastics make me bullish coming out of the oversold zone here. And the MACD is going to be useless. It's going to be completely useless because we've just been moving sideways. So we're not going to pay attention to that. 4 hour time frame, the RSI, you do have bullish divergence. Look at this. Right? And we've already made that move, I think. But lower lows here, bullish divergence here. You had a downtrend, right? Lower highs throughout here. And you still kind of do have a downtrend, I suppose. You've broken the trend line. No, but you're back inside of it. Interesting. This is a little bit different here, what happened here versus the last couple of times. That might promote growth. Maybe this is a signal, a little hint that we are about to break out to the upside. Rejecting the 50 is not good. Rejecting the 50 and finding support at the 40 is good. Typically, you go up higher. And if we go up higher, if we go back to the 50 or the 60 at all, we're undoubtedly breaking out of that lower high structure at that point, okay? So the RSI it's a bit dicey, but I'm bullish on the RSI. Stochastics are bullish. The MACD, it's bearish overall, but you do have bullish divergence. I bet you would at least return to the zero. From here, a move that would put the oscillators back to the zero would likely take us back above $550. So that's bullish as well, because that could break us out, right? Anything above 550, we're considering as a potential breakout. I suppose the true breakout, because it is such a sloppy pattern, might come in once we're above $700. But as of here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I think that we're at a very safe place to buy if you're looking for the short-term stuff, because in the short term, we're expecting that Zcash goes to 870 or higher, and that'd be something of a 70% pump to potentially a 84% pump. And why I say it's safe here is not because there's the potential risk for the downside, right? That is not safe, the fact that we can drop. The reason why it's safe is because where we are in this pattern is such a low point that if we do see prices below 480, you could buy here at 504, we go down to 480, and then you could just stop loss there, sell, right? Maybe we fake out and then we move back up anyways. But I would just say it's such a safe play where if you put money in this, and I'm not saying do that and put stop losses at 480. I mean, maybe if you want to be a little bit tighter or a little looser, maybe put them at 470 or 440. But still, such a minimal amount of loss compared to the upside that we have, right? That you would take before you stopped out, and then likely the price would go lower, right? You'd have an abundant opportunity to buy at significantly lower prices. Imagine you buy 100 Zcashes here, or maybe not 100 because it's worth 504. Imagine you buy 2 Zcashes here, and then you sell at a loss. You'd probably, if you waited patiently, you'd probably be able to take that 2 and buy 4 Zcashes, so that when it returns to this price inevitably, you'll have even more cash. You'll have twice as much. You know what I mean? If you play it right, that's how TA works. Okay. If you're doing it right, that's how it works. You can make a play, you can be wrong, and if you do it right, if you have your stop losses tight and you do it right, you can still end up making more money, even if you're wrong, right? You could, because more, if the goal is to get more dollars, why shouldn't the goal also be to get more Zcash? So if it drops, that goal becomes easier, and if you have the stop losses, it becomes easier. Where if you're buying here and it moves up, I mean that's a easy 70 to 80% move that's coming in, and that's what I would expect to happen. I do expect that we're going to break out to the upside. Looking at the 4-hour time frame again, I'm bullish on these indicators. They are a bit dicey, to be fair, but so is the price action. The price action is a bit dicey in itself. I think it is a bit of a bold call to be bullish here, especially from all this movement upwards. But I think we have just a final push to go. We'll get a slightly higher high. Everybody's going to say Zcash is running to $1,000, new all-time highs, all this stuff, and we're going to stop right below 1,000, right around 900, and then move down. That's what I think is going to happen. We'll further this divergence on the daily RSI. But we do have with this, we do have lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows in the MACD, lower lows in the stochastics, higher lows in the price, hidden bullish divergence. We're right at areas to bounce on the stochastics and on the RSI. I think we're near the end of our ropes, but I still think that we're there yet. I don't think we're at the end of the rope yet. A little bit more, and then we'll see. But I'm wrong. Understand, I would say that I'm wrong. Let's see. I'll accept defeat, no questions asked, if and when we close a day below $450. We could go below 480 and still be fine. But if today or any day closes below 450, that's that. That's a wrap. We're moving down. You're probably moving down below $200 or $300. That's about a 10% drop from here. Anyways, I got nothing else. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.